What's up, everybody? It's Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us here live for another episode of Strong Therapy. This is Chris back in the catbird seat here, back from across the ocean, far and away. But I'm interested in kicking it over here to Carolyn and Brian to see how their last week has been going and who our special guests are this week. What's up, you guys?
Hey, Chris, we've missed you and your wonderful, sexy voice that's playing in the background.
Hi.
We're always catching up with everybody about us. Let everybody know where your trip was.
Went over to Ireland with my girlfriend to see where she's from and meet the other half of her family, because only some had come here. So that was a wonderful trip. Got to see a lot of the country that maybe you wouldn't normally see if I just went alone over to Dublin or something. Mm-hmm. And it was just wonderful. Just a nice change of pace away from New York City, that's for sure.
Did you feel like when you came home, you were changed?
It felt refreshed. I don't know about changed, because I've taken a lot of trips that were more like where I was on my own and had to figure everything out, and it was a little bit more of a challenge, but it was like such a nice time to really meet her family and just kind of, you know, it's fun exploring a new place anyway, but when there's that added element of it's important because it's where someone you love is from, it's just it adds another nice layer. But saw some really cool nature.
You said it from where someone you love is from.
You know, sometimes it happens, but you know, when it comes down to it, there's lots to still see. So I'm eager to go back next year. The people are great.
Cool.
Awesome. So we have a great show this week, Chris. Me and Brian are really excited. I've been telling everybody about it. Big A is going to be on our show today, and Bradley. But before we grab them in, I wanted to show everybody we got some great merch from Secret Show Comedy. Mike and Matt sent these to us. If you do not know who they are, you need to follow them on Instagram. They also sent us our own copy of our Bill of Rights to keep, which I love, and I'm not good at history and
real men
like
wear
this.
pink.
So I actually read it afterwards, and I was very surprised, which I should know this.
Pink.
But they also send us some other things that I'm not going to show, because you need to check out their website. Again, check out our friends there at Secret Show Comedy. Now, without any more time.
It's all pink inside.
Ew.
Pink.
You're gross.
It's what's for dinner.
I don't want to talk about Pinky.
All right.
So we have today Big A, and we also have our friend Bradley. He is we all know Big A. He's on the East Side Dave show. He also is on, go down the list of shows he's been on.
He was on Opie Anthony for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. We got to meet him in person in Atlantic City. Was that the first time we met? Atlantic City.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then when we went to New York, I got to sit on your lap, and I got some pictures with you.
Yes.
What else? And of course we'll see each other many, many more times. I know I just
Of course.
some hair off you just a second ago, and I think it was mine. Not any pubic hair. It was from my head.
Oh damn.
Anyway,
Get stuck in my
I know, right? And our other guest is Bradley. And if you are a fan of In Hot Water and other shows on Compound Media, Bradley is the voice of who?
Superman.
I love
awesome.
it. And
That's awesome.
I know, right? So Bradley is a friend of ours. We talk quite a bit on Twitter, banter back and forth. He's also a friend of our Jeff Hillman. He talks to Jeff Hillman quite a bit as well. So we again, I bring it up all the time, don't I, guys? Compound Media has become a family. We are not just a group of weirdos.
Well.
We keep it in the family.
Exactly. We are but I would say I'm okay with we're a bunch of freaks. Because this
Are we water something? What are we called?
Waterheads.
Waterheads. Yeah.
We're waterheads, but we're freaky. Well, I'm gonna say I'm a freaky waterhead, and that was my segue that you didn't really catch. It was gonna be a good segue until he fucked it up for me.
What'd I do?
You call us waterheads, and I was gonna say we're freaks, just like this next article, the most famous circus freaks from sideshow history. And this is our news therapy. Old news. People, especially, I think I would be really good friends with Tom Thumb, but we'll get to him. So
You ever stick that thumb up your ass?
I don't think he can reach it like me. Okay, so we're going to take a peek inside the freak show tent at history's most famous circus freaks, from Tom Thumb and the original Siamese Twins to Lobster Boy and the Living Skeleton. Here's a look at some of the history's most famous, fascinating circus sideshow performances. By the way, as you all know, I've been sick, so I might cough, I might sound different, and I might spit, and I might sound disgusting. And
I don't mind
apologize.
that at all. A little spit never hurt.
So we got Grady Stiles, the Lobster Boy. Now
why'd they call him the Lobster Boy?
I don't
Is
know,
he
Brian. You tell me.
What's that?
See one of those flaminamide babies before there was even flaminamide?
I was thinking that too, but no, I think this is more of a genetic chromosome thing more than induced by drugs.
So Grady Stiles Jr. was the fourth generation of Stiles family members born with the, say that word.
Looks like two thumbs.
Read that word.
Yeah, right.
Electrodactyly?
A family trait going back to the 1840s, which caused their fingers and toes to fuse into claws. Grady's father was already part of the freak show with the traveling carnival, so Grady began performing early as the Lobster Boy. As adults,
Heard you got a lobster boy, Mr. Grady.
when I saw this, I thought of how much Aaron Berg loves lobsters, like lobster sandwiches. It was like
that'd be a weird
and
masturbation.
then seeing the guy try to, or this poor kid Grady using the lobster claws to eat the lobster.
If he had a small penis, he'd be all right because he'd just go, with the two thumbs real quick.
You mean because that's what most men do is use two fingers and they go like that? You guys, I think the reason that men do that is because you're aware of your you are scared of your own semen. So you're like trying to. No, Bradley.
It's just lazy, and if that's the only thing you need, then why bother putting pressure with the other fingers?
It doesn't bother me, but god damn it seems like it gets everywhere. It's like it's on other sides of the towel, and like, how the hell did it get over there? What the hell is this over here? Like, Jesus, it's everywhere.
Sometimes it's different sizes, so you'll start out with the two, and then you'll go, more, and then, hopefully you can get one of these. But
Bradley, you're a connoisseur. How many jack-offs have you done other than yourself?
Today?
Today.
It was a fine lunch.
Yeah. Grady confessed, saying the kids had attacked him and was convinced of was convicted of third-degree murder. The trial was quick. I jumped somewhere.
I'd love to know the murder weapon. I really want to know the murder weapon if he killed somebody.
As an adult, Stiles and his two youngest children performed as the Lobster family, but Stiles was an abusive alcoholic who beat his wife. So this was no happy family.
He
On
keeps clawing me.
It's because he couldn't open the can. He just got really frustrated every time. Just threw it at his wife.
Yeah, she was more like your hand is much better than your dick. It's so much bigger.
He was probably good at poking you in the eyes.
On the eve of his oldest daughter's wedding in 1978, he shot and killed her husband-to-be, an 18-year-old kid who Grady disliked because he had called him a freak.
Wow.
Grady confessed, saying the kid had attacked him and was convicted of third-degree murder. The trial was quick and included witnesses' testimony from the carnival fat lady and the bearded woman.
Nice.
Thank God I don't think...
You're making this court a mockery. It's almost like a circus in here.
Freak show. You call him a freak. Get a freak.
Up next, the tallest midget.
Oh, God.
I would have thought he strangled somebody. Didn't he?
I'm just going to start doing that to Brian when we're out. I'm just going to go...
Claw hands.
They gave him the choker.
Yeah, I love him so much.
Ooh.
Goodness
Did
gracious.
he need a special casket?
Oh, because no institution was equipped to deal with his condition, however, he was sentenced to house arrest and 15 years probation.
Ah, the old lobster cage.
In 1992, Styles' wife Mary and her son Harry Glenn Newman, a human blockhead, hired sideshow performers Christopher Wyatt to kill Styles for $1,500.
That's
Wyatt
so
shot
cheap.
the 55-year-old man multiple times in the back of the head while he was watching TV in his trailer.
Of course.
Wow.
It's like a great movie.
I know, right?
Did that kill him?
Styles
Could it really
so
have ended any other
disliked-
way for this guy? Like, was there really a happier ending for this dude? I don't know if there was.
Yeah, and only 10 people came to his funeral. His
That's sad.
coffin was adorned with a bouquet of flowers with a banner that read, "From your loving wife."
He could count how many people came to his funeral on each of his claws.
Oh, I
Wow.
feel kind of bad for the guy though, because you think about it, who's gonna have that life and be like a cool guy that's nice and people appreciate? Like, you're gonna be fucking ornery, pissed off, mostly resentful. You know what I mean? Like, it's I guess this all sounds,
Mm-hmm.
as advertised.
I think it would be. I think I agree. I think it'd be a good show. And the funny thing is, his son, Grady Styles III, made it on to Freak Show. What is
Imagine
it?
that.
Wait a minute. He and his sister Kathy made a television appearance in 2014 on the AMC series Freak Show to talk about their father. So
I
I'm
wonder
gonna have-
what his claw smelled like.
Nothing.
Nothing.
nice. No.
Yeah.
A little bit of what's it called? Musk.
Musky.
Oh,
Musky.
claw.
Yeah,
Imagine
but-
getting
but-
slapped with a claw. You slap people with it? Ah!
Wait,
hang 10, bro.
Tickles.
I know, right?
He's constantly hanging tins.
I know. We'll just next time I see you guys, if I go like this, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
It's claw.
It's not hanged. It's not the very well-known innocuous hang 10 symbol. It's the deeply racist lobster derogatory slur symbol. Like a few others we see out there. Don't worry.
Again, I
It's just
apologize
like
for the
all
coughing.
the other hand symbols we have from 20, 30 years ago. They're no longer what they were. They're now racist.
I'm not a racist. My hand is fused.
Yeah, now the streets are racist, I heard.
Oh, indeed.
Even.
The streets.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I guess there's roads out to the beach or something that are now going to be called Floyd Tops, I heard.
I thought the streets that said Black Lives Matter were racist
Like
to me.
Black Top will now be Floyd Top.
Because I would like it to say Police Lives Matter or What was that other thing?
There's like, I'm almost going to risk getting in trouble. There's around the corner from me, there's this thing called, they have this thing in New York City called Open Streets NYC, which is a very ironic name because it involves closing several streets for the entirety of the day, Saturday and Sunday. And it's one thing if they wanted to put out entertainment for people or community things for kids. No, they just leave it open for people to like use as a park space. And and it's like someone spray painted one of the outdoor areas, defund NYPD, and I want to kind of go out there late one night with the navy blue spray paint that the thing's made out of and just cross over the D and just leave it as fund NYPD and see how long it takes for me to get put on the news for a hate crime.
Yeah. How dare you desecrate this fine?
You could just turn around and say that you're an
vandalism.
artist and you wanted to express yourself.
Yeah, right.
It was a tag.
Yeah, really. Yeah, this was just
It's
me.
not against it.
I
It wouldn't be a
identify.
BLM thing you're destroying, so I don't think it'd be against any. Just you'd be pro police. So
That's
if that's
true.
racist, whatever.
Arrest me now, cops. You know, it's like I could say I identify as an artist and felt the need to take it up and do this.
Yeah. And that, to me, that's what you did, because I do look at you as an artist. I'm getting serious here. I mean, and you know, I look at you as an artist for what you do behind the scenes and your other stuff. So why wouldn't that be a visual way of your beliefs?
Yeah.
I mean, and whoever takes, when an artist looks at something, or excuse me, the audience looks at something, it's the audience's interpretation. It's not what the fucking artist did. You're not supposed to discuss what the artist's intention was. So there you go. Sorry, a little artist thing. So you can draw 3 boobs with nipples bleeding or whatever you want, and somebody might think that's terrible or weird. But
Not me.
if Brian looked at it and he thought, in his mind, he saw it and he thought, oh my gosh, these people are mutilating bodies and whatever. That's in his mind.
This
Not
is the
what the
perfect
artist
example of
That is a kink thing I've seen.
what's
with,
that?
Like they take these hypodermic needles and put them through the nipples. I've seen
Can
that.
you get the vaccine?
Oh, kink stuff. Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect example of some of you guys might remember this. So if you do chime in, what's his name? Dee Snider, the lead singer of Twisted Sister, went, and this was like in like the 90s or something, went and spoke before a session of Congress, like the way an admiral does or something, about the fact that Al Gore's wife was listening to his CD or read the lyrics and was like, this is bondage and sadomasochistic, and it's like all BDSM sex stuff that we can't have our children exposed to this and blah, 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 blah. This guy goes in front of Congress, and after you watch this show, I tell people to go look this up. He goes in there and drops down, you know, people see the long hair, the leather, they think he's like a huge junkie, straight edge guy, no drinking, no drugs, Christian, father, articulate, college educated, goes in there and just drops his nuts on Congress's face. And then he finishes by saying that the song, he finally reveals the song that she is so up in arms about. He's like, this song is about the fear of going under anesthesia for surgery later that time, that he was struggling with the fear of that, and that the bondage and sadomasochistic sex that is heard in this song is firmly in the mind of Tipper Gore. And he just ended on that. It was a fucking mic drop. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like it was,
Gore.
it
I
speaks to
remember
what you're
that
talking
bitch
about
too.
there.
Wow.
Yeah, Tipper Gore was the response. I think that's one of the reasons we had to get that explicit
Parental
sticker.
advisory, yeah.
I forgot he was straight edge Christian.
Yeah, he was hardcore clean.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
wants to clean the environment.
Oh,
Except
wow.
for painting his body and gauges and all that.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs. Just rip your body apart. That's okay.
So Big A,
Yes.
have you followed any of the stuff on like the freak shows or any of the stuff in history? Is there a specific one that you've liked before? Or not liked, but know of?
Well, I haven't really followed it, to be honest. But, I mean, it is really interesting, you know?
There was a movie made, I think, in the 30s about freaks that used legitimate freaks that was banned, I believe, because it was just so creepy.
Brian,
You
this
know.
is actually, I got to stop you here. We're getting an FCC complaint. They're telling me you have to stop referring to them as freaks and now start referring to them as the normalcy challenged.
Me or Big A can pronounce that.
Oh,
Really?
leave that in there. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna general. The next one was General.
Yep.
It is General Tom Thumb.
Oh,
He looks like he's a little startled.
He was a general of the toy army.
Charles Sherwood Stratton was born in 1838. He stopped growing when he was 6 months old. He then began to grow again,
Jesus.
though slowly. In 1847, by his 18th birthday, Stratton had reached the height of 2 feet,
Oh my God.
8.5 inches. So he's like half of me.
He's like Hasbulla.
Hmm?
There's this little guy from Dagestan, Hasbulla, who's like a big viral star now. Who's exactly like this. He's like 18, but he looks like he's 2.5.
Is he the one that like dances?
No, he does like martial arts.
Oh yeah, I've
Little
seen him
Russian
too.
dude, yeah.
He began
does he
touring.
smoke?
Yeah.
He began touring with P.T. Barnum as General Tom Thumb at the age of 5, massing fame and fortune.
General Zod Thumb. Kneel before Zod Thumb.
Did I say Zod?
Oh, I did.
General
Came to
Zod,
my
though.
mind.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you guys are fucking funny. I'm choking over here. Oh God. Later allowed him to lavish lifestyle and business partners with Barnum. So he had a stroke at 46. 6 months later, he barely escaped a hotel fire that killed 71 people.
Because he was just running slowly.
No, he's running fast like Sophia because those little feet can go.
He went down the laundry suit.
Exactly. He was just sliding down the banister. He was like, wee!
Where's the general?
I know, right? And, General So's chicken? I don't know why I thought of that. Anyways, we also go our next.
No. You said he died. He died of a stroke at age 45.
6 months after narrowly. So he died from the stroke,
Right.
but 6 months.
After the fire. That killed 71 people. Wow.
I think that's what I read.
Well, yeah, he didn't die of a stroke before the fire that he escaped from.
Yeah.
That's-
But I mean, he's like saying I can read it right, maybe.
Well, you said he was 46.
I don't know.
And he
on
stayed
this-
a little kid the whole time. He was a little
All
tiny
I
boy.
know is it was funny picturing that little fucker going down the goddamn rails.
It's a
Dude,
stupid. He wasn't a real general, right? That's a stupid question. He wasn't.
He wasn't
No.
a real general.
It was an honorary title given by the Lollipop Guild late in his career.
He just had a really good soul. So the next item up for bid is, now you go to this one because I think you and Bradley and Big A are going to enjoy this.
The four-legged lady, Myrtle Corbin. That's definitely an 1800s name. Well,
Myrtle.
Myrtle.
I love the little heart on her forehead from her ugly bangs.
Yeah, that was fine back then. Known as the four-legged girl from Texas, was a dipicus. Huh. She was born with a severe congenital deformity of conjoining twinning that caused her to have 2 separate pelvises,
Holy shit.
smaller set of inner legs that she was able to move. Wow. 2 separate pelvises, huh?
I only now saw that the center legs kind of hang and dangle, whereas the other 2 are like real legs. It's pretty freaky deaky.
She's got legs coming out of her pussy.
Those little ones would be,
waiting for.
and those little ones would be just small enough that you can push them up to get a better view or a better angle.
Let me kick you with my strong legs. When she was just a month old, her father began showing her curious neighbors for a dime. Wow.
Now I don't hear you.
You want to come in the house? I want to show you something.
My daughter has 2 pussies. You don't believe me? Give me a dime.
Hang on.
Eventually, she attracted the attention of P.T. Barnum and began performing when she was 13. She later performed with the Ringling Brothers and a freak show at Coney Island. By the time she was 18, she had made enough money to retire.
18?
She went,
Yeah.
I felt bad for her. Now I'm jealous. Jesus Christ.
she went on to marry and have 5 children. It is said that 3 were born from one vagina and 2 from the other.
Nice. Same
So
dad?
it was like,
So the dog, that's what I was going to say. So the doctor was going, because he didn't know which way it was coming.
well,
so she has
and-
one uterus but 2 pelvises? Is that how it worked? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I guess the other one was supposed to be a twin, but I guess she just kind of consumed part of it.
well, and two, if you think about it too, I wonder if the 2 vaginas were different tightnesses.
Well, I would say based on the legs alone.
Well, I mean, think about that.
That's what I was.
So right, Bradley. So and Big A. So this
Yes.
guy marries this woman. He's like, I get 2 for the price of 1.
Tonight, I'm going for the
Yeah.
the small leg puss tonight.
Oh,
Which one do you want, honey? Do you want my little pussy or my big pussy?
The big giant fat pussy.
Yeah, which one do you think?
I guess
You always fuck that one.
Well,
You think that ever becomes a problem then? Then the wife complains, she goes out, does your husband's only fuck one of your pussies?
or is she like, if we're gonna get pregnant, we're only gonna have it in this one because it's more elasticity is bigger and it'll be easier for the delivery.
She had 2 clits and he still couldn't find either of them.
But he couldn't.
I guess
Yeah,
it's
you could
think
2 in the
about the
pink
options, though.
and 2 in the pink.
No, this is a job for Lobster Boy. Yeah.
That'd be perfect for the Lobster Boy.
Wait, you got it before I did.
Yo.
The babies come out of different vaginas.
Think of all the
The doctor's
options.
over there, he's giving birth to him like he's playing a game of whack-a-mole. He doesn't know which one is going to poke its head.
Yo, this is the ultimate for the man who likes his options. You got to think about it. You have one for the birthing, the other for the fucking. Keep everything in its place. You got the butthole for the pooping, and the butthole you never have to enema out before you fuck it. It's like, what a win for the husband here.
Right.
Everyone laughed at him. She's a freak. Oh, he's the man, though. Look at this guy. I wanna see
Yeah.
Hey, Doc, can you push the baby till it comes out the other puss?
Oh, wow.
Trying to save that one.
How many great Halloween costumes could she wear? Octopus.
You gotta be the fire again.
Yeah.
I feel like all the clothes back then looked like curtains from a casino. Like, I don't even know
Yeah.
what these things
I
were.
could also see her dressed up as the Wicked Witch, but she could be like split between, and like one face be the Wicked Witch and the other be Dorothy. So she has like somehow the legs are the Wicked Witch that like roll, but then
Yeah, they're roll-
yes,
I felt it a little bit.
I don't know how she would do it, but that's what I pictured was that whole Dorothy Wizard of Oz thing, and the little short ones are the ones that roll up underneath the.
Watch me jump with my strong legs.
Yeah.
Yo, this is
Grab my
also.
strong foot.
You gotta figure too. This is the beauty
Oh,
of the
God.
past. This is the,
the 2 scoot.
I'm completely going to hell for some of the shit I think about.
It's the 4 boot scooting boogie.
it's, you
Oh,
know,
wow.
this is the
Also,
perfect part about the past, because think about this statement. When she was a month old, her father began showing her to curious neighbors for a dime. Imagine today some man going around trying to show off his baby daughter's 2 asses for $100. He'd be in jail with the quickness. This is like 1800s were a fucking crazy time, I guess.
Yeah. Child services.
Yeah.
No, just go over to Greece. I mean, Tom knows.
Here's a dime. Here's a quarter. Okay.
Exactly. Ugh. Anyways, we also got Wang, not Wang Chung, Wang the human unicorn. Keep
boy.
talking because of my cough.
Wang, the human unicorn, never actually performed in a freak show. He was found in Manchuria, China, by an ambitious banker who snapped a photo in 1930 of his 13-inch horn.
Wow.
I'm a banker, and I find you appealing.
I like that big horn you got.
Yeah.
I love that.
You want to take a picture of my horn?
It smells like butter. The photo was sent to Robert Ripley, who offered money to the exhibit Wang in his auditorium.
Ripley's Believe It or Not? Same Ripley?
Yes, sir. Are you burping?
Yeah.
Wang, however, was never heard from again.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's just like a nail. It's like
No, I mean, it's weird that he was never heard. That was like, I want to hear the story of what the fuck happened to Wang.
I'd call him Devil Boy, though. It looks like it's a horn, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Yeah, it's like cuticle kind of like stuff where it just kind of grows out like a nail.
Yeah.
He's an old man from rural China. I'm going to guess he spent the rest of his days smoking a million cigarettes while staring forlornly into the distance. Kind of shaking his hand a little.
Yep.
This thing itches.
Stroke, yeah. Stroking it.
I'd be stroking.
Stroke
Stroke
it to
my
the
horn.
east, stroke
So
it
white
to
stuff
the
comes
west,
Or
stroke
pus.
it to the woman that
Stroking.
I love best.
Stroking is good.
Oh, stroke it. Anyways,
Stroking good. Oh.
We got ourselves a living skeleton.
no.
How many women, though, do you think he picked up by walking up to him and saying, "Hey, I'm horny"?
I'll prove it.
Oh,
Exactly.
Nice horn. You should see my fucked up feet.
Yes, I have long toenail. We match good.
How disappointing was it every
Smash up your
time?
feet in little teeny shoes.
And their toenails would
Their
toenails.
toes would be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's
Size
bad
three.
enough if you have a tiny dick. It's even worse if it's tiny after she sees your 13-inch horn and starts getting the wrong idea. You know what I mean?
Like, oh, what?
Could you stick your
What'll let
horn
down?
up my ass?
What'd you
What
say,
a
Big
letdown,
A?
huh? No, I said, what a letdown.
What a letdown.
Yeah.
After, yeah, what a letdown after seeing the 13-inch horn and the little dick.
Uh,
What a letdown.
It isn't looking at your feet, dude. It's looking at
And
my
it'll
horn.
never get as
Yeah.
hard. I mean, it's never going to be as hard as the horn. So he killed himself.
Ew.
Right, it's skull.
Stop looking at it.
My name is Sue. I would like to file your horn into the shape that I need it to be. I am an artist. I will make it a beautiful mushroom top. All the ladies will like it. I swear. Let me.
You know-
That's why he disappeared.
It only needs to be 7 or 8 inches.
She fucking killed him.
They had a misfiling accident.
Yeah, it was a filing accident. She has the trophy now in her house, and she's like, "Oh, I got you, you fucker."
He was killed for his horn. Rhinos are killed for their horn. Hey, you know, it's the same.
Elephants for their tusks. Now
Yeah.
they're making butt plugs for your living room. I mean, what the fuck? Bradley's face. Bradley went, "What?"
What are they making butt plugs for?
For her pleasure.
For decor in your room now. You don't just have in like your house. I mean, we discussed a while back that what's her name?
For
The one that put the dildos in her house as a design.
Oh, what's her name? Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus did that. We told a story about that a while back on Strong Therapy. Now, recently, we saw that now they're making butt plug sculptures for your house that you can just like have sitting up on a shelf.
I saw a butt plug that had a pump like it was doing blood pressure. The thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
and if I bet Superman would like that quite a
For
bit.
anal training.
I also
That
It
feeling
says
when
I
they,
have high blood pressure. Oh no, but it's check it again.
and
Just leave it sitting out on the shelf when it's not in your butt.
Yes.
see,
Okay.
that's
Maybe
weird.
this is a trend because of all the
Yeah.
you know
Your
what?
house smells like shit, Miley.
Do you know what? I think I just had an epiphany just now. the reason that these things are now becoming decor is because of COVID-19, because meetings started to be at people's homes, right? So we're having this, and right behind me, no one really noticed that big dildo sitting over. It made it viral and funny and hilarious that I'm having a meeting with 3 people that everybody made fun of it. So now Ted over here in decor decided, let's start making dildos and butt plugs. Everyone's already got them in their homes in the Midwestern area. Let's bring it to New York. LA needs it too.
Strippers will wear a butt plug to work, and they have like a nice design on the base. So
And
you're
jewel.
not staring at a nasty starfish. You got a nice little piece of jewelry.
Well, some people like the starfish, but maybe they're trying to save a little for imagination.
Yeah, all I know is sometimes, Big A, I feel like my husband knows such more than I ever could like research online. Like that just now I'm like, I don't know where he was at when he first started looking, and then all of a sudden he got to how
Wow.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what's going to happen, guys? Go ahead.
I mean, like you could be watching YouTube or something instant, and all of a sudden, like 3 clicks later, you looking at buttholes. Like, what the hell? It's like.
Also, this tells me, guys,
Butthole's only 3 clicks away, I guess.
It's funny you say that because I follow one of our lovely friends that has an OnlyFans, right? And I flip through, and she's gorgeous. Boobs I'm jealous of. She takes great showers. We're really good friends. So I'll be flipping on my laptop, and then all of a sudden her boobs come up, and if it's in the middle of the day, or let me correct myself, if the kids are around, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Like I don't want the girls to like see, why is mommy looking at big knockers, and whose are those? Do you know what I mean? Like
I'd like to know.
I have told you who it is.
I have never been to a strip club, so I haven't seen what you're talking about. Big A, have you ever been to one?
Allegedly, I have. I have, of course.
How many strippers have I
Money,
been?
dude.
Bradley, I have been to a strip club. I'm a different breed of woman, and when I say that, you're smiling. Why are you making that? I'm a different breed because number one, I feel that that female industry, if they can make money doing that, that's fine. I think that most men, when they go in there, they have expectations of, oh, I'm going to marry and have a stripper for the rest of their life.
Oh yes, yeah.
They're not realizing that those women, and this is the first time I went with either Brian or another friend. I'm sitting there and I'm scanning to figure out my first reaction of how this is working. And it wasn't a nice place. It wasn't great girls, but I'm just like watching, and all of a sudden the girl's dancing like this, and here's the guy's head, right? And she's doing this. She's looking for the next dude, the next 20, the next 50, the next 100. And
definitely.
I think a lot of women who
The next Mark.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't fall in love.
No. I think, and if I had the body, I ain't gonna lie, this woman would have done it at a young age, and I would have done it, and I probably would have made a lot of good money. And I don't see the problem with it. I think it's a problem when the man spends way too much money and can't pay their mortgage, or the wife, you know, I don't know.
Honey, I've got some bad news.
You better get my eyebrows done. You better get my. I don't give a shit.
I fell in love with a stripper named Benji.
She was standing right next to Bambi, or he was. Yeah.
All this.
She's got perfect thighs.
Okay, I'm gonna skip because we're doing so well and
real
having
quick,
so much fun.
Carolyn, Carolyn, I have a prediction for you. I have a prediction for you before you go on to the next one. Given all this home decor stuff, I say it's less than 5 years before some woman has to hear a compliment on how nice her pearl necklace is, only to have to get frustrated and say, thank you so much, but these are actually my Benoit balls.
Exactly.
They're not pearls, they're just white.
Maybe I need to start that trend.
Benoit ball necklace. I mean, keeps it right at hand. You know,
I'll be it
for that
I'll be
office
an
lunch
balls.
break.
I'll
Nice
get it
balls.
made or whatever and be an influencer on fucking Instagram. I'll be
Listen,
like,
everyone has an
next
office lunch
thing-
break. Everyone has an office lunch break. They got that 20 minutes they need to fill. You know, why not put balls in your asshole in the public bathroom? I mean, it seems like a win for everyone.
Well, I mean, what
Yep.
you're saying, ooh, but
Sorry, guys, that's what Benoit balls are.
but a lot of women do carry pocket vibrators.
What if you got a big ass hemorrhoid?
That's
though?
you because you have that problem.
Oh.
Not some women have
TMI.
like a
TMI, Carolyn.
like a.
Can I make another bad joke
Yes.
about the balls? If you strangle somebody with them, are they Chris Benoit balls?
Ooh, boo.
I like that.
I might have to pee before the hour's over because I've been laughing so hard. Oh,
The official.
do you know?
Yes, Carolyn.
I'm
it's
gonna
only
be
because the
silly.
laughs, not the 62-ounce soda.
I know. No, that's not it. And actually, I've only drank. I don't know.
Got two. What
I'm
the
lying. I'm lying because I did have the steak and shake one earlier and now this one. But
Steak and shake is
I'm
so
jealous of what the fuck Bradley has right there. I just keep thinking I would be in the room with Bradley just chilling. And I wouldn't. I would be sitting there, Bradley, going. I wouldn't be funny at all because when I get stoned, I'm like, I'm the complete opposite of who I am, aren't I?
Well, how else is he going to leap over buildings in a single bound?
Yeah. I can actually roll down the hill.
Almost as fast as a subway.
I tripped over a building in a single bound.
So we the next non-normal person is Lionel, the lion-faced man.
Yes. Christian Ramos was born
Wow.
in Poland in 1891, covered in thick, long hair, most likely due to a rare condition called hypertrichosis. His mother, hyper. His mother.
Big A, can you do a? Oh, I'm just wondering if Big A can do a Chewbacca impression.
I don't know. That's horrible. I know, but yeah.
Five
Oh, that's horrible, but.
Better than
Punch it,
mine.
Chewy.
Wait. Is that it?
I can't even do that.
Chewy, punch it!
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah, our
sounds
dog.
like you're gargling
freaking
cum.
Yeah.
Christian Ramos was born in he read that.
Poland. Yep.
I almost said
his
Portland.
mother believed his appearance was caused her
By the moon.
fact that she witnessed his father get mauled by a lion when she was pregnant.
That's a real mythical shit.
Yeah.
I love his comb over. It's a great comb over.
She thought he was an
Poland?
abomination.
Poland, lion.
Giving
That's what I
him,
don't understand.
giving
Poland?
him up
Lion.
at age 4 to a man named Said
Brian has a good
began
point, though.
exhibiting him around Europe.
Brian,
Wow.
Brian, you just made a good point. Brian was just asking, I think, where is there a lion in Poland? Is that what you were saying? I think that's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is how the hell was he mauled by a lion?
It was Lionel Richie, and we just didn't know.
Wow.
Bum, bum.
Say you,
My
say
mother was
me.
mauled by a cheetah. Spots.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Yeah, he came to the U.S. in 1901 and began appearing in the circus at Coney Island when he moved to New York and died of a heart attack in 1932.
I hate to do this, but let's skip to Ching Chang Walla Walla Bing Bang. Ching Chang.
What? What?
The next item up is Ching and Ing.
Oh, the Siamese Queen.
But see, when I read it, I hear Ching Chang Walla Walla Bing Bang. Ooh ee ooh ah Ching Chang Walla Walla Bing Bang. I can't help it. I'm a dork. Do we know? You know that song, Big A, don't you? Ching,
Oh, of course,
ching,
yeah.
Walla Walla
Yep.
Bing Bang. Ooh ee ooh.
I kind of
Yes.
fucked up this story. Possibly the most famous circus freaks who ever lived were Conjoined Twins, born in 1811. A small piece of cartilage joined them at the sternum, and they
Wow.
had 2 complete livers that were fused together. Their condition and the location of their birth is the origin of the term Siamese Twins.
I am Siamese, if you please.
Oh, boy.
I am Siamese.
Yikes.
Don't please.
In 1829, they began touring the world as a curiosity with a man named Robert Hunter. When their contract was up, they went into business for themselves. Eventually, they settled on a plantation in North Carolina, where they married sisters Adele and Sarah Ann Yates. Between them, they had 21 children.
They really
That's a
flaunted that one.
lot of fucking.
They got right
Yeah,
on
but
that
they
one
were all
child policy.
conjoined.
It was really 11.
We don't know which one. I don't know which one is the father on this one. Ing awoke one morning in 1874 to find Ching had died.
Oh, that's
A doctor was quickly summoned to perform an emergency separation, but it was too late. Ing died 3 hours later. How fucked up is that?
That does suck.
Ching chang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh, ing, ooh, ching ching, walla
Hey,
walla
buddy.
walla bing bang.
I don't think
Keeping that positive
Yeah.
energy up. I like it. Yo, this is scary, though, because think about it. If you were conjoined twins, I'd want to be attached by more than a small piece of cartilage at the center of my body and then an organ, because I feel like you'd fuck up a lot and, like, aggravate that and almost come apart and have it fuck you up. Whereas, like, those guys that are attached to, like, half their body, you're stuck together. Like, imagine these
Right.
guys trying to take one step the wrong direction. They damn near rip half their chest off. I couldn't
Like-
live my life like that.
Yeah, if they'd been born today, if they'd have been born today, they'd have definitely had separate lives for sure.
Absolutely. Because they said
I
two
can't
finger
even.
livers,
I
right?
can't even put my kids when they're fighting in a t-shirt like close together without them running different ways and like it wouldn't happen. I know, right?
All about this story is pouring. It's pouring out.
Or it's boring.
Oh gosh, it couldn't.
Pouring.
Boring.
And the last guy,
This is a woman, isn't it?
whatever it is,
No, it's a guy.
this one for some reason the picture really disturbs me.
Well,
Out
it's
of all
because
of
they
them.
have the small skull.
I think it's the teeth.
Though he was billed the last of the Aztecs, Schlitzie was most likely born in the Bronx in 1901.
Wow.
He was born with neurodevelopmental disorder called microcephaly.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's weird. It looks like they put him in a gown.
And I think that's due to a bug bite from the
Like
mother
Zika?
while pregnant.
Wow.
You get that from Agent Orange, too, from Vietnam. Microcephalic, like this thing here.
Yeah, this
That's a
leaving-
waterhead. It looks like a water balloon.
I know, right? There's so many things about this that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, leaving him with a small brain and skull and severe mental retardation. Schlitzie performed in sideshow attractions with many circuses. He began his film career with the Sideshow in 1928 and Todd Downey's 1932 classic Freaks. See, that's one I was talking about, that movie, 1932 Freaks. Both films were dramas set in the circus using actual freak show performers. His last major performance was in 1968 and died in 1971 at the age of 70.
It's a pretty good full life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was his last performance Nosferatu?
I'm going to suck your blood.
I know.
I'm going to bite you.
So this has been a good show. I think I really enjoyed today, very much so, with both of you on here.
I've been laughing my ass off.
I know I got to pee, so I hate to say this, but first of all, I would like to thank you, Big A, again for coming on our show. And can you tell
My
our
pleasure.
audience and any of our friends out there where they can find you and how to contact you?
Okay, on Twitter is Big A614. On Facebook it's Andrew Gold. On Instagram is photos by Big A. And make sure you watch Eastside Day show on Compound Media every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m.
Nice. And I will tell all my artist friends, please go see Andrew Gold's artwork. His photography is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
As much as a friend and you hang out with comedians, I love your work, and that's the artist side of me.
Very good
Thank
photograph.
you.
Yes, people, your day, I love it. Also,
Can I be fan for Big A? I want to be fanboy for a second.
Yes.
Yes.
I have also been a fan of O&A for the longest time, and I've been listening to you pretty much my whole fucking life, and you've
Thank you
always
so
made me
much.
laugh. Fucking love you,
Thank-
man.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And also, make sure, as Carolyn said, follow Secret Show Comedy and also secretshowcomedy.com.
Great job.
Website. So
Thank you.
For all
They're-
your comedy needs.
Yes,
Yep.
we have some funny friends and just kind people in this big old family. And Bradley,
yep.
we thank you also for joining us today. I'm glad that hopefully you'll get some people to follow you and know just how funny we think you are. And those of us that
Your calls bring a smile to my face every time.
yes, and
Yeah, me too.
yeah, a lot of us. So a lot, me and Brian, when we talk to friends, they're like, "Oh, you're Carolyn from Indiana," and I'm like, "I'm just a normal chick from Indiana, and this is my husband, right?"
Yeah.
Don't you feel that way, Bradley? I don't know how you feel, Big A, but you've been in it for a little longer. Bradley, you do make us smile. So
Thank you
no,
so much.
Absolutely.
Again, we are a big family.
yeah.
We
So
are family. Okay, sorry.
that's another. All right. So at the end of our shows, I called the old man. So if you guys could help me out and call the old man, that would be helpful. So 1, 2, 3. Old
man.
Old man?
Hi, old man.
How you doing, Toots?
I'm doing good. We have Big A and Bradley on here. Oh my goodness. What's gotten into you? The freaks or the what?
Trying to get a little smooch.
I guess.
Somebody here wants to talk to him.
Somebody, let's see.
Both of them.
Mr. President, is the country under attack?
I used to have his comic back when I was 40.
When you were 40?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, action adventure.
It's kind of changed now.
Huh?
Yeah, he don't like girls anymore.
What?
Mm-mm.
No.
The hell's going on with the world?
It's okay.
What the hell's he like then?
Whatever dips his whistle.
Mutants and men.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Guys.
Wolverine guy.
Yeah. Kinda hot. So what did you think of today's show? We were discussing abnormalities in people throughout the show. Did you meet any of the freaks from the freak show?
John at work was a freak.
Why is that?
13-inch dick.
Did all the ladies like him?
Not at all. He was a mini.
Oh, okay.
How did you see it?
Oh, yeah, in the bathroom all the time because he had to stand away from the toilet.
Oh.
You know, we had like a
So far
trough.
back, you could see more than half of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was like a weird skinny snake.
I'm very happy that us ladies have to have the partitions. I wouldn't want to see genitalia next to me that you guys have to, see when you're at a urinal.
He had weird 1950 balls.
I don't know what that is.
Just awful.
I guess. Did they hang and dangle?
No, well, one side did, actually. The other side was very taut.
Oh.
Was it flat and looked like olive loaf?
Yeah. Kind of like a salty meat.
Oh, wow. On that note, friends, olive loaf made me sick. So you guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week with Strong Therapy. Please follow us, like, and share. Also, don't forget to follow our friends Bradley and Big A. Have a great week. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.